2, 1, go!
We are Paul Leonard,
And Bryce Graskowski.
and this is 20 Minutes of Fitness.
Deuce.
Hey, oh, buddy.
What's up, man? Why are you sweating, dude?
Oh,
Are
it's
you
just
okay?
so hot here. That's why I'm just been out in the sun the whole time.
Oh, yeah. No, it's very
No,
warm
not
here.
true. 22.2 is
222.
a lot of cardio.
Yeah, I feel
A
like
short burst, so it's like a sprint. It's like a
feel-
long sprint.
I feel like we just left this show.
Yeah, we get to lift heavy things off the ground, or light things actually off the ground,
medium.
and
light.
then we get to jump over something
Yeah, so
with like kind of weird footwork.
sounds like last week.
At least I didn't have to do my wall walks, although
Well,
I kind of like the wall walks.
5 minutes of wall walks after it. Just
Yeah.
if you guys want to do the same workout you did last week, add 5 minutes of wall walks after.
So yeah, I just did 22.2, and it was pretty brutal. Honestly,
Yeah.
it was really hard.
Yep.
I got 3 reps in the 8s on the way down,
Way down.
and honestly, it wasn't great.
Yep.
I definitely should have done a lot better. But at the 7s on the way up, I was like,
Gassed.
"Fuck this!"
Okay.
So that's where I got to it. Right to the 7s, I was going pretty fast. I don't know what my time was at 7s.
And we see Laura Horvath going right now behind us at the announcement show. And kind of the same thing happened to her.
Around the same
maybe
place.
in the 9s, though, maybe around later.
Maybe.
Mainly because
Maybe not even though. Honestly, it was around
Yeah.
the same spot.
Yeah.
Her fast is way faster, and her slow is
She was
way
just
faster.
way ahead of your time. But
Yeah.
yeah, and because she did the same thing, she blew up, definitely.
And I tried to pace it on the way up, but it's
Yeah.
built in a way that you can't really pace it
Mhm.
because you put a lot of energy even just getting up and down from your first burpee
Yeah.
and your second burpee.
Yeah.
So like even if you're going slow on your deadlifts, which I was trying to breathe through my deadlifts, so that'd be my first tip would be make sure you're breathing all the way through because there is no rest. So if you're not breathing on the deadlifts and not breathing a little bit on your
Yeah.
burpees, you'll blow up faster.
So this is very similar to if we were going to do a workout of, let's say, 7 minutes of burpees, but we did it for 9 minutes.
Yeah.
That same pace would be probably,
Yeah.
or like 1.5 miles to a 2 mile run, depending on how fast you run. But normal humans, about 1.5 miles run.
And I went unbroken on my deadlifts except for in the 10s.
Yeah.
And the reason I broke it up in the 10s, well, partially because I just fucking had to.
Yeah.
But partially because I was thinking, okay, I got to this is my top. I got to work my way back down now.
Right.
So mentally, I planned on
Well, it
breaking
was
on the
middle.
10s.
Yeah, it was the middle.
But it wasn't really the middle, so I probably should have just sucked it up and kept going.
True, it's just past
Because
the
it
middle.
wasn't the middle.
Right.
But yeah, in hindsight, that maybe was dumb to break it up, but I planned to break up. So even when I didn't initially want to break where I did, I was
Right.
like, screw that.
And you were finishing your round of 8 at the 5 minute mark.
Okay.
So it took you 5 minutes to get to 9s, and then it took you 5 minutes to get back down to the 8s. So
Well, most of
That's
the
fair.
workout is
That's
in the 9s and 10s,
most
right?
of the workout, right, is 8, 9, 10 is what?
It's a lot of reps.
It's 28, it's 34 reps, 35, so 70, 80, 70 something reps of 200 is in those 3 rounds.
And at
or
the
5
earlier
rounds.
ones, it's broken up enough because you do your burpee, then you do your deadlift. So you get just variety helps.
Yeah.
But when you're going to do 10 deadlifts in
Okay.
a row and then 10 burpees in a row, kills you.
Yeah. So what would you say? Let's see. First off, let's say deadlift. What's your major pointers on the deadlift?
Something that you said right before I started, right as I started, look in front of you instead of down.
Yeah, don't look down.
Because looking in
Keeps your
front of you
chest up.
keeps your chest up. It makes it easier to get the rep without making a no rep.
Breathe, too.
And you can breathe easier. So that's definitely a good one.
Yep.
I did a double overhand grip just on the ends of my fingers.
Yeah.
I have really strong grip, so that wasn't a
Don't
problem
do
for
that.
me. Well, if you can, it's easier. But for
Why-
most people,
why do you
they're
think
going
it's easier? I don't understand why you think it's easier.
Because I did the second rep with alternating grip, and it was more uncomfortable.
That's because I think you don't do alternating grip enough.
I always
It shouldn't
said
make a
that.
difference. It should be more comfortable with the mixed grip.
The way it
'Cause
was
it doesn't
pulling on
roll.
my body felt weird. I didn't like
Interesting.
it.
That's weird.
So I did my second rep with cross because I was like, oh, that'll be easier on my grip. And then after the second one, I was like, no, that was dumb.
Okay.
So try it, I guess, would be the better answer is experiment first.
I would say don't. I would say mixed grip all the way so that you don't have to worry about your grip. Most
Yeah.
people don't have hands your size either.
Yeah, for me, it was better to do that way.
It's
But
a different animal.
And then otherwise deadlifting, I did put deadlift like lifts at a spot on either side, or you could use a plate for the same purpose.
Oh, yeah,
So that way when you drop it, it doesn't go off too far.
Chalk your wheels.
Because I did drop it, and don't chalk it so it's tight either. Give yourself like a foot.
Yeah.
With 6 inches on either side of the thing, because that way you do get to drop it and it moves around a little
and you'll
bit.
see them in the video when we put this up.
But you notice they didn't, but they're also using comp plates, so their plates don't bounce at all.
They're also at they're trying to make it all as clean as possible. So.
Yeah.
And hey, look at us. We don't know what we're doing, and we could still beat you.
Oh, yeah.
And
by a lot.
That's the point. Also, chalk, not just chalk the wheels, but chalk the bar.
Yeah, chalk
That
on the
way-
bar. I didn't put any chalk on during the workout, and I didn't need it in the slightest.
But again, if somebody doesn't have super strong hands, which is most everybody,
okay.
they're going to need chalk. They're going to need, it's all grip, right? This is going to start to.
But I don't think you need to be chalking up during the workout.
No.
I think chalk up once before you start, but chalk on the bar, you should be fine.
Yeah,
it's not a very grip-intensive workout,
No.
really.
No, I think chalk on the bar, just so you don't have that thing, oh, I need chalk.
Yeah. And like grips might be a good idea for someone who likes grips.
I wouldn't, just because they make the bar thicker.
That's true.
And then it fucks your. If people actually think it helps their grip, it actually hurts it for the most part.
Some people, well, I guess, and you don't really want to spend the time to like roll your grip around the bar and that bullshit.
So you can't roll your grip around the bar.
No.
No.
Ask Scrappy, he does it.
Yeah, not in the open. You cannot do that. It might even say no grips, but yeah, I wouldn't bother with grips. Also, because skin and chalk works better.
Yeah,
I think.
And then the burpee.
Well, hold on. With the I have a couple more on the deadlift. So pre-chalk was it? Use a belt if you're bad at deadlifts, or you have a back that kind of starts seizing up.
Or if it's heavy for you.
Yeah, or if it's heavy for you. Have a belt. Have a good belt that you can easily loosen and tighten without taking. You don't want one where you're taking it off. If you're taking your belt off, don't ever put it back on, right? Have one that you could easily tighten and loosen quickly while standing up and whatnot from your burpee. And don't tighten it too much either, so you could breathe. And that's the other one, is breathe on the deadlifts. If you shotgun through the deadlifts too fast, you're dead, because then it's just burpees, burpees, burpees. That's all I got on the deadlift.
But I still think you should be unbroken mostly.
Yeah.
I'm not saying not to make strategic breaks. Like if you're not a great deadlifter, maybe when you get to 7, you go 4-3.
I think that's just going to come down to how well you're breathing.
But I don't
Cardio.
think there's any reason to break it more than that.
Yeah.
And then the burpees, you just have to keep moving. The less time you stare at the bar, the better.
Yeah, so burpees, what's your tips there? Keep moving, definitely.
Be fitter is the biggest thing.
Yeah,
I'm just not very fit, so that's definitely my
Mark
burpee
your
problem.
hands on the burpees.
Yeah, but at least put a line. Don't put your hands further than here, because if you cross your head past the line,
that's
then
for
you're
your head.
screwed.
Yeah.
So I put lines where I want to be behind, and I had no problem staying behind that.
Yeah.
When I wasn't really tired, I was doing a good job, I think, of popping one foot forward and then kind of almost lunging over the bar, like kind of. Use your tip actually to kind of like hop from your
Straight
1 foot
through.
back, though. You don't need to bring your feet together anymore.
Yeah, so as you come up on the bar, your 1 foot comes forward to close the gap, and then go straight over the bar with the other foot, so that you're not coming up like in a lunge. We always say step through. Same thing. Hop. Don't stop. Don't bring your foot to the bar and then hop over the bar.
Although as you get tired, you just do whatever you can pull off.
You're gonna always revert back to your normal technique. And again, just like last week, this workout comes down to your footwork and your technique on this. And this is a technique that no one has, because we've never
done it this way.
We've never done the burpee this way. So, and I think they do that on purpose. They did last week on purpose with the box step down, and this on purpose. They're, for whatever reason,
and they're
2
making it
weeks,
easier to judge.
Yeah, easier to judge. 2 weeks in a row, we're being tested on how well we change our footwork and adapt to it, which.
And when I was
stupid.
fresh, it was actually quite easy to do.
Yeah.
But then once I got tired, I ended up wanting to step over.
Yep.
So then instead of doing that, I would end up bringing my feet together and hopping over like we used to.
And you still did pretty good. You had one no rep where you actually hit the bar with your foot.
Nearly tripped on
and unlike previous years, you could just redo the jump.
Yeah,
but now
redo the whole rep.
You have to redo the whole
and that
thing.
no rep sucks, not going to lie.
Yeah, especially when it was your
well, it was on the
second to last
9s.
round.
Yeah,
and
second
then,
round of 9s, right? So second round of 9s, and you're like, no rep. And I was like, I know. But now I have to do 10 because I did every bit of that fucking rep.
Right. And then you had to do, there were 2 where you were starting to almost step over the bar. And And same thing with your deadlifts, or 2 where you were real close to not standing up all the way, and you corrected it right away. Just, it's whatever.
Yeah.
So they were, but besides that, I mean, that was a pretty clean run, I feel, for you.
Yeah.
Just that one no rep.
Yeah.
That hurt. And I know that's probably the worst place in the entire workout.
Yeah, on the 9s on the way back down.
Was that your last rep of the 9s?
Yeah.
Or second to last?
Second last rep.
Second to last rep of your 9s.
On the way back down.
On the last round of the full round.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's the worst place ever. Because your last round, you're going to blow it out as fast as you can. If you fuck up, you're still going as fast as you can. It's not going to make a difference.
But your second last round, you're a little bit of a quitter at that point.
You're like, shit, I gotta do another one.
And for me, at the 7s on the way up, that was definitely where it went from being like, I kind of like this WOD, to like,
shitty.
Dear God, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And it was at the 7s, because that's where you finally have enough reps all together that
takes
you're
a
like,
minute.
oh shit, this isn't fun.
Yeah, you started slipping to like a minute 10 seconds around at the 7. So that's where it started going downhill. You started adding 10 seconds every round for those 2 extra reps. But this is the burpees. So it's the burpees, yeah.
It's all about burpees. It's a burpee workout.
Breathing.
The deadlifts is nothing in this workout. Well, for me, I have a high deadlift, but even still, like the deadlift is such an easy portion of this workout.
Yeah.
Compared to, like, this is what, 40% of my 1 rep?
Right.
So the deadlift was no big deal for me, but I'm not great at burpees. I never have been great at burpees.
Yeah.
So it just makes it very, very
And if you look at it,
challenging.
like, to where you got, you only did 60-something deadlifts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not
60
horrible,
deadlifts at 225.
It's not a horrible number.
But 60 burpees for me is like, we did
60
50 in the
burpees is a
workout
lot.
yesterday, and that nearly killed me.
Oh, dude, it killed everybody. But yeah, so not bad. Not a bad movement. I like the standards. I like the movements.
The line down the middle doesn't really change anything for anybody. I don't even know why they bothered, honestly.
Yeah, they made it, and that's.
And then you have to keep your legs and hands
they
within
should just
the
say
width of the barbell.
It's just something that I don't really know why. Doesn't really
Like,
make
just
a
so you don't
difference.
go lateral, I guess, or so you don't go
You can't.
perpendic-
But if you don't have your legs and hands outside, you wouldn't be lateral.
Yeah, Ben could, but no
you
one
can only
else
be
could.
diagonal. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I guess somebody that's under 5 feet tall. I think it's 5 feet. No, 4'3", something like that. Anyway,
So Ben would be close.
yeah, it'd be real close.
Ben and Scrappy can be on like a slight diagonal.
I mean, they
and
could
still be good.
roll under the bar too. They
That's
have
true.
Ladder to get over it.
But Scrappy won't fit.
Those guys should kill a workout like this. So who do you think is going to win this workout in the pros? Like who do you think's got a chance of this one?
So I don't pay enough attention to everybody's heights, but
Yeah.
honestly, the shortest, fittest guy. So like Martins,
Colton Mertens.
because he's little, right?
Yeah, he's tiny, strong as hell, and can move. Like he surprisingly was in the first page on last week's workout, which I didn't expect.
This could also be a kick-ass workout for like some of the younger guys, like all
Gas
the Subionos
tanks.
are going to
Gas
crush
tanks.
this. Right, Subionos,
yeah.
they're also little.
Those
I mean, not
guys
that
that-
Elijah's little anymore.
The guys
but,
that crushed last week that are young, just because they have such a gas tank.
oh yeah,
Dallin Pepper and was this James Sprague, right? They have a real good shot at this. This is such a low skill. There's actually probably going to be some crazy names that you never heard of
loads of them.
because this is a 0 skill workout, and all it is gas tank. And to me, it's just 2 weeks in a row. All we're testing is movement of body weight, and the smaller person is the skinnier person, I should say.
Yeah, it's not even small. Well, shorter helps.
Shorter definitely helps.
Shorter helps, and lighter helps.
But 2 weeks in a row, lighter definitely helps.
Yeah.
And this one, shorter, helps so much.
So you're saying being
Again.
6'3" and 250 isn't helping my
Yeah,
cause.
this has not been a good open for
No.
tall people and
Not
big
great.
people. I mean, I'm as far as workouts, I'm pretty disappointed in this.
Yeah.
It's not a week 2 workout. This is a week 1 workout, and even at that, there should be a third movement.
Well, and when they're only going to do 3 WODs.
This is bad.
like,
So one of the workouts that was possible to be a repeat was the 10 rounds of ground to overhead and burpees over a bar. And I said, there's no way they do that because that's a week 1 workout. It's simple. It's for entry level.
and that would have
then-
been more advanced than this.
And that would have been more advanced than this. This is a really sad week 2, and they've got to pull something huge out of their sack next week to make up for to make this open worthwhile, as
Well-
far as an actual test. But it's not a test; it's how to get to 10%.
Question, though, next week, is it going to be a repeat, because they always do, or are they not
No.
doing it this year?
We're done with repeat. There's no repeat this year. There
Yeah,
can't be.
It seems strange if they would,
Because
right?
you have to have double unders. You're going to have a thruster. You got to have a thruster. I mean, they always put a thruster. There has to be some sort of bar work.
Maybe not with Castro and I here.
I know. And they have to have some sort of bar work. Like, they have to have double unders and bar work. So that limits, and you have to have you got to have a pull-up and a toes to bar, or a toes to bar and a muscle-up. There's not much you can repeat unless you're going to use a dumbbell again. Then that's the only thing they could repeat is the one with the 100 double unders. Remember that one with muscle-up? No, it had rings. They can't have a repeat. And if they do have a repeat, there's no something in the open that they told us to have.
I think that we're more likely to see another simple workout that doesn't necessarily, or even if it is a repeat, it's going to be something else that doesn't require much anything.
I don't think there can be a repeat. No, we have to have a pull-up bar and we have to have jump rope. They told us to have these things.
Yeah, they tell you all kinds of things.
I would be really surprised if Castro actually made this up and they didn't just make something else up just to be like, hey, we didn't use all Dave's stuff. I don't know. Because this is pretty disappointing.
Yeah. So with that all said, this week, it's still a burner. It's still hard.
Obviously.
Are we still going to get the same top 10%? Probably pretty close. Maybe not this week, actually, because there's going to be people that are going to make the top 10% that have no business
To me,
there.
you have 7 to 10%. Is all based not on fitness, but on how the workouts are programmed. Yeah, top 6 or 7% is always going to be in the top 10%. Or 6 or 7% of those people is always going to be in the top 10%. But there's 3, and we're not, I know we're not testing for the, but the next thing is the top 10%, and you have probably going to have about 3% of people that don't belong there at all because they, in the next round, they're
especially if they keep it this simple.
They're absolutely screwed.
Yeah.
They're absolutely screwed if we put a snatch, a squat,
a muscle up,
a ring muscle up, a pistol. I mean, and we might have that stuff next week, bar muscle up, pistol, toes to bar, thruster, and pull-ups, chest to bar. Who the hell knows? But I mean, and heavy weight. Are we going to see heavy weight?
Yeah, we'll see.
Will there be a heavy barbell because this is not it.
No.
Fuck, my mom is 70.
I might.
74. No, don't. Please don't. My mom's 74, and I think her deadlift is 200 pounds. That's just shy of the men's weight.
Yeah.
Let's up the bar here, people. This should be 315.
Yeah, I agree. I think this should be 315, and then this workout would make more sense.
Yeah, a lot
With
more.
a 315 weight, then it becomes heavy.
I don't like it.
It's challenging.
Here's their tips. Negative split the deadlifts. Don't lose time on burpees. Embrace the darkness. Okay, whatever. That's all like, hey, man, I could have did better if I moved faster shit.
If I was fitter, I would do good.
Yeah.
All right, well, on the note of being fitter.
I don't like
Peace.
it.